be, competing against myself every day. And I think that is the best thing you can do, really. Just compete against yourself and wherever you land, just give it your all every day, you know?
You have a reputation for being the first guy there and the last guy out. Um, where does that come from as far as your DNA, and where did you develop these habits that people say, you love the game more than just about anybody they know?
Yeah, like you said, I love the game. I love to get better. I'm very obsessed with getting better. It's just ingrained in me. At the same time, when I'm at the field and like, I'm talking to coaches, I'm talking to players. I love talking the game as well. I love getting to know guys' personalities. So I would say it's a combination of loving the game, loving the people around me, and just making the most of my time wherever I'm at.
If you could be a great catcher for 10 years or a great position player for 15, which would you take?
That's a great question. I'm a catcher. I believe in myself as a catcher. Um, I love catching. That's what I want to do. So I would let's be a catcher for 15 years, you know?
Okay, thank you.
Velocity, pro ball often brings more velocity you have to face. Just what it can sometimes bring changes to what your swing's going to be from college to pro. It seems like you put up pretty good numbers. How did you feel like your swing adjusted to what you were facing on a nightly basis in pro ball?
Yeah, I think I adjusted really well. I think that I learned a lot last season. I think that I just I feel like there was certain times where there was an adjustment period. And it's just like how quickly can you get over that adjustment period and keep moving forward. And every time I've gone through those periods, I feel like I've gotten better out of it and taken so much. I think the most important thing has really been, okay, what's my routine? What do I have to do every day? Because when you're playing 162 games, you need to be consistent with what you do before the game so you can be consistent like throughout the season. So I think that was the biggest thing, just pointing into my routine.
Did you get to call your own games ever at Virginia, and how much was that a transition in pro ball?
Yeah, I never called my games at Virginia. At the same time, I was able to make certain changes to pitch calls if I noticed something, like hit her up in the box or on the plate. Um, Pro ball's a different animal than college. You play a lot more games, and part of the game that I love is calling my own game. So it's been fun to improve with that, and I feel like I've been doing a really great job with that.
Played, I think, 110 games last year. Just how's the kind of how'd you get a feel for what the physical cost of the season is, and how is that, informing what you're doing training wise, this off season?
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I loved last season. I love the process. I love playing a lot of games. It's easy when you love the game. Playing a lot of games is a lot easier. Um, and as for this off season, I took about a month and a half break, just working out and put the bat down, let my body recover a little bit, and now I'm up and running again, and I've just been preparing. So
How we doing?
good. How are you?
Fine. Congratulations. Welcome to Chicago.
Thank you.
Uh, how did you hear about the trade, and what was your thoughts when you did hear about it?
So I was driving to my gym actually to go train, and I'm pulling in the parking lot. And I got a phone call and I answered it and I didn't think it was I know the Rule 5 draft was coming up. I didn't know what it had to do with, but then I heard it got traded and I was just completely surprised at first. Didn't see it coming at all and then I went and worked out, kind of like cleared my head a little bit and then I was like just excitement. I felt a lot of excitement just for what's ahead and yeah, that's how I feel.
Left-handed hitting catcher. Were you natural that way, or did your father turn you around when you were a little guy?
So my dad will tell me you were always on the left side of the plate, like that's what you wanted to do. If you ask my mom will go, "No, I set you up on the tee on the left side." So I'm not really sure.
You find it to be a plus though in terms of your skill set, right?
Oh, for sure. Definitely a plus. He gets to first base a little quicker, And I mean, you don't want to see me on the right side of the plate. So, yeah.